Tonight, 5 months into America's war with Iran, a new report says the US has burned through almost all of one of its most important weapons. The White House says that's flat wrong. We start there. This is the TheJagoTimes Daily Brief. Today, a report that the Iran war has drained America's missile stockpile and the White House pushback. Pakistan's Monsoon turns deadlier with a fresh flood alert nationwide. And India's Assam floods claim still more lives. We begin with the hidden cost of America's longest fight in years. Reuters reported this week, citing 3 sources familiar with internal military data, that after 5 months of war with Iran, the US Army has used, quote, virtually all of its stockpile of long-range precision missiles, the weapons that let it strike targets accurately from a safe distance. The sources say that reflects a choice to avoid riskier attacks with piloted aircraft, and they worry it could weaken America's ability to respond to a future crisis with a rival like China or Russia. The White House flatly disputes it. In a statement, it said the United States has, quote, far more munitions than anyone in the world, far more than we need, noting some weapons are now being made at record levels, with a big new order due next year, so take both together. A warning from inside the military and a firm denial from the top. It lands as the war sits in an uneasy pause. No US strikes for a 6th straight night, and talks to reopen the Strait of Hormuz that, as of Wednesday, had produced no deal. That's per Reuters, CBS, and CNN.
Now, to Pakistan, where this summer's monsoon keeps turning deadlier. The National Disaster Management Authority says rain-related incidents since late June have now killed at least 126 people and injured more than 400, with Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa the hardest hit. Officials say the biggest single killer isn't the floodwater itself but electrocution, and among the dead are children. And the danger isn't passing. Authorities have issued a fresh nationwide flood alert, warning of more heavy rain and flash floods this week, after a new burst of storms killed at least 6 more people in the northwest. That's per the Express Tribune, Arab News, and Pakistan's Disaster Authority.
Across the border in India, the flood emergency in Assam is deepening. The state's disaster authority now puts the death toll at least 95 after 6 more deaths on Wednesday, with 14 districts on high alert and around 160,000 people affected. One district alone, Shivasagar, accounts for 50 of those deaths. Rivers are still swollen, and relief camps remain full. That's according to the Tribune and the Press Trust of India.
3 more stories we're watching. In Washington state, cautious hope in Spokane, firefighters have finally begun gaining ground on those 3 wildfires, with containment inching up after calmer weather. A man remains accused of setting the largest fire. He faces an arson charge and has not been convicted. In the Gulf, President Trump had suggested a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz could come within days. But talks with Iran ended Wednesday with no breakthrough, the U.S. blockade still in force, and a cargo ship reported struck off Oman. We report all sides and take none. And in Pakistan, supporters of jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan held nationwide protests, marking 3 years since his imprisonment, demanding his release. He's serving a 14-year sentence he says is politically motivated. That's per CNN, the Express Tribune, and Al Jazeera.
That's your Thursday brief. A war that may be draining America's arsenal, a monsoon still taking lives across Pakistan, and rising floodwaters in Assam.
We'll stay on every one of these. Subscribe so you never miss tomorrow's brief. From all of us at the TheJagoTimes, take care.